Hi, and welcome to this tutorial of the double purl bind off that I use in my Canterlot gloves pattern that has come out on June 24th. Here's the glove, and I want to show you how stretchy this bind off is and why I used it. It's not super stretchy, but it is stretchy enough that you can stretch it over your hand quite well, but it snugs down pretty well so that it's not loose on your hand either, which was my goal. And so I'm aware that this is not a extremely well known bind off method. I did come up with it myself, but I can't imagine that it is a new bind off. I'm sure that this has been used before. It must have been. So I wanted to make it so that it would be easy, so that you wouldn't have any trouble with the pattern, and so that even a beginner could do this. So I'm creating this tutorial to show you how exactly to do the double purl bind off. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by purling your first stitch, and it looks like I wrapped it twice there. I didn't. It just didn't catch it the first time. So you're going to purl the first 2 stitches. And as you can see, I do knit English thrower style, so I'm hoping that I don't get too much in your way. So you're going to knit you're going to purl the first 2 stitches, and then once those are on your right needle, you're going to go ahead, and I'm having some trouble not catching this here. Those wooden needles do that to me a little bit. So you're going to stick the left needle in the back of both loops that are on your right needle. And then you're going to purl-wise wrap your yarn around that right needle and pull it through the 2 stitches as if to purl, and drop those 2 stitches off. So now you only have 1 stitch on the right needle, and you can continue by purling 1 more, and you will have 2 stitches on your right needle again. You'll continue by going ahead and putting the left needle into the back of those 2 stitches, wrap your yarn purl-wise around that right needle, pull through both loops, and drop both loops off. And I will continue to show this. And again, it looked like I did a double wrap. I did not. It just didn't catch the first time. You're putting the left needle through the back of the 2 loops on the right and purling through those loops again. And having this extra step here, I feel, is what gives it that amount of stretch, that it allows it to stretch sort of minimally, but also kind of just allows you to be able to have a nice snug, but not too stretchy and not too tight bind off. So I'm going to continue showing you this, and in a moment I'm going to go ahead and change the camera angle a little bit, and hopefully having both of these camera angles will allow you to really see what I am doing. Okay, so I went ahead and changed the camera angle, and hopefully that makes it a little bit easier to see. The lighting is changed slightly because of that, but hopefully it works. So again, you're going to continue through here all the way to really where the end of your whatever you're binding off is. And I'm going to continue by just taking the purls that are on, every time I have 2 purl stitches on the right, I just put my left needle through the back loops of both of those, and then continue to purl the 1 stitch off of those 2 all the way through to the end. Okay, I want to apologize. The camera got a bit out of focus here and I didn't notice that it did that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the yarn here. And just what I'm doing on this one is I'm pulling that loop a little bit bigger and then pulling that through kind of carelessly because this is a swatch and I'm not actually working on my project on this. But as you can see, it's got a good amount of stretch here, and it's actually a little bit stretchier than my longtail cast-on, as you can see down there. However, my longtail cast-ons tend to be relatively tight. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that it made working on this pattern a little bit easier, or whatever pattern you might be working on. And hopefully that it helped you. If this video did help you, I hope that you'll go ahead and give it a thumbs up here on YouTube and subscribe to my channel where I have a weekly video podcast. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.